It's another blast of Arctic air across the area, and I'm tracking the possibility of record lows.
The day after a fire destroyed nearly all of Lawrenceburg's snow removal equipment, the cleanup work begins.
Jackson County officials deal with a leaky roof at the courthouse.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon on this Monday. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. Winter weather has been pounding the bluegrass state, of course, and it looks like we are due for another setting round of cold this week.
Yeah, we could also be dealing with more snow in the days ahead. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking the weather in the First Alert Weather Center. We just can't shake this cold.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, it's the last week of February. We are on pace toward history-making cold and snow for the month. So with the final days of the month upon us, why not? Let's go ahead and just go for the top dog, and I will show you how close we are to those numbers coming up here a little later on. Another bitterly cold night on tap for Kentucky and surrounding states. While not as cold as what we had last week, the potential is there for those lows tonight to drop to 5 below to 5 above with a wind chill, 0 to 10 below into most of the area. Those current temperatures, by the way, are into the upper teens right now. We've got a little cloud cover, and we're going to have to fight those clouds overnight. Clouds at night keep you a little warmer versus clear skies. Clear skies over a snowpack. Look out, thermometers will drop very, very quickly. Still a bit of a gust out there, making it feel like it's into the single digits. 8 for Lexington, and Richmond 6 is the current wind chill into Moorhead. Here's live First Alert Defender. It's calm. It is clean for now across most areas, though I'm watching a little blossoming area of snow from parts of Tennessee down into the deep south. Even the deep south getting in on snow. That is going to try to clip southeastern Kentucky a little later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. There's another system that comes behind that that'll try to go a little farther north with some snow for a lot of folks Wednesday and Thursday. For the evening upon us, though, it is cold, guys. Those temperatures range from single digits where sky's clear into the low teens where we have a little bit of cloud cover. Coming up in a minute, we'll walk you through the rest of this week, hour by hour forecast, less than 10 minutes away.
Chris, thank you. More winter weather this week could be a real challenge for one central Kentucky city.
And that's because a fire yesterday morning destroyed Lawrenceburg's snow removal equipment. Our Sean Moody shows us what the city plans to do to deal with clearing the roads the rest of the winter. It's our top story at 4:30.
These are 2 of those 4 big snow removal trucks that were destroyed in the fire. They're all insured, but it's going to be a while before the city can replace them. The mayor says they'll be relying on contractors for the time being.
Fire investigators are still trying to figure out what started the fire. The Lawrenceburg fire chief said there were so many vehicles and electrical equipment inside that it could have been anything. A demolition crew began to tear down this morning. They ripped down the walls and hauled out the charred remains of the vehicles. The Lawrenceburg mayor said they're treating this kind of like an archaeological dig. They're sifting through the ash that covers the ground, cataloging anything they find, and hoping to be able to salvage something. The mayor said they'll get all the vehicles replaced, but it could take a while.
You know, if it takes a month, but a month from now, we ought to be out of snow. So, but come next year, we'll be ready.
Now, the city does still have 1 pickup truck with a scraper on the front and a spreader on the back. The mayor says that truck will be putting some extra time in over the next few weeks. In Lawrenceburg, Sean Moody, WKYT.
And the mayor said there are a lot of options for snow removal contractors in Lawrenceburg. He said they may have to look outside the city for a salt contractor. Cleanups underway this afternoon in Jackson County, where snow caused serious damage to the courthouse.
City officials think heavy snow on the roof caused it to crack, causing damage to the walls in the old courtroom and the carpet. Sam Smith has a closer look. He continues our team weather coverage.
The main thing impacted by the leak in the roof is the courtroom on the top floor.
We had a major mess, to say the least.
Judge Executive Shane Gabbert says the leak was noticed Saturday evening. This is what the floor looked like. Water was gushing through the frames of the windows. The problem, the flat roof had about 12 inches of snow on it. Water seeped down the sides of the building and into the courtroom. Today, maintenance crews removed snow off the roof and cleared out the drain pipes so more water didn't leak inside. Gabbert says water leaked into his office and the clerk's office, but there wasn't any major damage. And this courtroom, used mainly for meetings now, required the most cleanup by far. The courtroom is closed Every other office in the courtroom is running as normal.
There's no danger, I believe, of the roof collapsing, but the leaks are going to get worse if we don't do something with it.
The courthouse was not the only building to have a leaky roof problem. The new Judicial Center also had a problem with the leak, but those issues were not as severe. In Jackson County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Officials are waiting to hear from the insurance company before repairs can begin. There were several reports of carports and garages in the county having their roofs collapse this weekend as well.
Police are investigating a robbery at a Lexington motel. It happened about 6:30 this morning at the Days Inn on North Broadway near the interstate. Police say a man with a bandana covering his face was already inside the motel when he jumped over the counter and stole cash at gunpoint. Some motel guests then saw the man take off in a four-door silver Honda. A different overnight robbery prompted a crime alert from University of Kentucky police. Lexington police say the two men with scarves over their faces robbed a Speedway across from UK Hospital about 2 o'clock this morning. They are receiving surveillance video of the crime.
Lexington police made an arrest after a man was shot in the head. Riddell Freeman is charged with assault. Police say he shot the victim yesterday on Bright Avenue off Georgetown Street. Police say the victim's head was grazed by a bullet. He was taken to UK Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Freeman was arraigned this afternoon. A babysitter is in jail accused of sexually abusing a child he was looking after. Lexington police charged 28-year-old Marcus Brown with sodomy. They say he had sexual contact with a 7-year-old girl that he was caring for at the time. A memorial service will be held tonight for a Central Kentucky teenager who was killed in a crash. 18-year-old Maddie Jackson of Woodford County died earlier this month in a fiery crash on Versailles Road in Lexington. She was a swimmer for the Bluegrass Marlins. Her friends started a social media hashtag Live Like Maddie to share memories. Tonight's memorial will start at 6 at Woodford County High School. 1 in 10 babies born at a small Central Kentucky hospital is born addicted to drugs. Officials with Ephraim McDowell Hospital in Danville say the number of babies born with neonatal abstinence syndrome, in which the babies are exposed to opiate drugs while in the womb, has continued to rise over the past couple of years. Now, instead of sending the newborns to the University of Kentucky for treatment to wean off the drugs, Ephraim McDowell has set up a special nursery to care for the babies.
So we wanted to keep them closer to home because transferring up there, you know, that's hard on the parents, that's hard on the family to go up there and visit. And these babies, they need to be with their moms.
Sam is at the live desk with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on this story that she's working on for us tonight at 6. Sam?
Amber, thank you. So, Miranda, they want to wean these babies off the drugs. Is there a treatment that they use to do that?
Typically, it's a dosage of morphine. They give it orally every 3 hours, but they said the difficulty is finding that balance because you still want the baby to act like a newborn and cry when it's hungry or cry when it's wet. So you want to make sure that they're comfortable yet still acting normal.
So they had so many of these babies, they had to set up a separate nursery for them?
They did. It's darker, it's quieter. They say, you know, the withdrawal process when you're under bright lights and loud noises is affected by that. So they had to literally retrain their staff and set up a different nursery just for these babies. And that nursery, Sam, typically has babies in it all the time.
It's sad. The importance of the mother-baby connection, they want to maintain that?
And that's why they did this, because the babies were being transported to UK typically, and the mothers and the families weren't able to get to the baby as much. And shockingly, these babies even withdraw faster when mom's around. So they want to make sure mom is there as much as she can be to help these babies get well faster.
Wow. So they've made changes because of all these babies.
The baby.
That's amazing. All right, much more coming up with Miranda at 6 o'clock. Amber?
Sam, thank you. Someone in Lexington is $1 million richer today, and now we know it's not one of us. Lottery officials say a $1 million Powerball ticket was sold for Saturday night's drawing. The ticket was purchased at the Speedway on New Circle and Meadow Lane near the Bryan Station Shopping Center. So far, the winner has not come forward to claim their prize. They have 180 days to do so.
They are something special. The Clogging Champions of America, one Central Kentucky dance team, just came home with winning the top title.
And our Deanne Stevens is out and about at Studio One School Dance with more. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon from Studio One. Check this bad boy out. The 2015 Clogging Champions of America Showdown of Champions. This is like a national title, a national trophy that these beautiful folks hold. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You guys have been together for years. Some of you more than others, I understand. How cool is it to be national champions?
It's an amazing feeling. Like, it's really just something we've worked on for so long, like all of us as a group and separately, and it's amazing. I'm still in shock over it.
Well, they're all super excited, as they should be, and you guys have worked hard. How many hours are you in the studio practicing?
Countless hours each week, and especially leading up to nationals, it was definitely a lot more than that. So.
Okay, listen, clogging is for athletes. I'm telling you guys all are incredible athletes. Takes a lot of work to put a national winning routine together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, well, we're going to let you guys get in place. I'm going to take that from you, hand it over here to your coach, Kelly. I know you don't want anybody handling that except for you guys. Tell us what we're about to see.
You're about to see the dance that they actually won with at the national competition. And this is a routine that we put together last fall, and they've worked really hard for this accomplishment.
All right, big congratulations to Stoll Power. Here they are. A big congratulations to Stoll Power, Clogging Champions of America, right out of Winchester, Kentucky. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Studio One. Back to you guys.
I see why they're winners.
I know. I so admire that. I mean,
Yeah.
they just, they're great. Super job.
Glad for them.
Yeah.
Oscar winners and Hollywood's biggest names began celebrating as soon as the curtains closed on the 87th Academy Awards.
The stars partied well into the morning. Suzanne Marquez is at one of Hollywood's exclusive after parties with all the details.
The glitz and glamour of Hollywood was on full display at the Governor's Ball, the official Oscars after party. Best Actor and Actress winners Eddie Redmayne and Julianne Moore showed off their coveted golden statues. Backstage, Moore revealed her husband predicted her win for Still Alice after seeing the film for the first time.
When we walked out of there, he said, "You're going to win an Oscar." And I was like, come on.
Patricia Arquette's win for Boyhood sunk in as she got her Oscar personalized at the Ball's engraving station.
That's not my name on it. This is real.
At Elton John's Bash, the singer hosted an auction and jammed with Nile Rodgers to benefit AIDS research. Elton John's annual Oscar party here in West Hollywood attracts many celebrities for a good cause. The star-studded event has raised nearly $45 million over the past 23 years. John says the biggest winner was his friend and Oscar host Neil Patrick Harris.
I know how brilliantly he does at this thing. I'm very proud of him.
Vanity Fair's exclusive soiree drew Oscar presenters from Jennifer Aniston to Jared Leto. Nominee Robert Duvall didn't let the rain or his loss keep him from the party.
People back east said, well, do you like a Hollywood party? I said, yeah, I like a good Hollywood party. Why not? I like a good party any kind.
Win or lose, film's best and brightest celebrated the Academy Awards in Hollywood style. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, West Hollywood.
And all of the winners in the 5 major categories were first-timers, including Best Actress winner Julianne Moore and Best Supporting Actress Patricia Arquette. We need a break from all this weather, and it doesn't sound like, at least temperature-wise, we're really going to get it this week.
No, it sure doesn't, Chris Bailey. Boy, we are in it for the long haul, sounds like.
Yeah, we really are. And you know what, guys? Historically speaking, this is one of the coldest and snowiest Februarys combined on record across the Bluegrass State. And coming up a little later, we'll show you our chase toward history here in Lexington for both the cold and the snow. Let's concentrate on what is going on right now, though, as our days for February continue to wind down. It's upper teens in many areas. Lexington, Corbin into Richmond, a little warmer into Frankfort, if you can call 21 warm. All 4 locations with a mix of sun and clouds over the past couple of hours. Notice how we have more clouds into Corbin. That's an area we'll have to keep an eye on late tonight and early tomorrow morning for the potential for a little bit of light snow trying to break out. What we're seeing, though, on Live First Alert Defender as of now is a whole lot of nothing. That is across central and eastern Kentucky. We'll try to change that up. This little streak of some snow coming out of West Tennessee impacting the deep south. So even the deep south getting in on a lot of wintry weather now. But the northern edge of that I'm picking up on here around the Ozarks, going to track across Tennessee. That'll put down snow into Gatlinburg, into Dollywood later tonight. And some of that, guys, may brush far southeastern Kentucky. Coming up in a little bit, we'll talk more about a system that comes in behind this that may try to inch a little farther north before the week is over.
All right, Chris, thank you. A couple leaves everything to their pet, the opposite of hot yoga, and a cool new anchor desk. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Well, this is one lucky primate. His wealthy owners in India have named the monkey as heir to their fortune, including the house and the land. The childless couple adopted the monkey after its mother died, and they credit him with their financial prosperity. They apparently treat him as if he were their baby.
Participants in this Minnesota event didn't break a sweat. They broke a frost. This unique yoga class made the most of extreme winter weather. Check out these folks in Minneapolis doing snow yoga, or snowga as they're calling it. Folks wore their snow gear to do some downward dog and warrior poses. The snowga was a fundraiser for a local medical center. All the participants had to donate money to be in that class.
And how cold is it in Indianapolis, 3 hours north of here? Cold enough for one TV station to create an anchor desk made of ice. An ice sculpture artist created the desk for WISH today. It took a little over an hour for this frozen work of art to be ready for its close-up. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that before. So
I think I like it, but you know what? That means we'd have to go outside and sit at it.
we would, yeah. And we wouldn't have much choice.
Yeah.
If they build it for you, you got to sit there behind it.
The downside of that.
All right.
Well, on this note, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.